All right, so I am currently on this trade, on this gold trade right now. So, and I'm currently in profit. All right. So, I think I should just quickly explain the trade idea to you. Okay, it's not something new. It's still the same trading process that I trade. I'm sticking to the old trade, I mean the old trade idea. Okay, and I can still say that it is still the same old rugged cross. Okay, I'm sticking with the old rugged cross, that is Jesus Christ. Yeah. So let me explain this trade idea to you. All right. So so what I actually discovered on this trade is that I actually waited. Yesterday, I see that price was actually consolidating around this zone. Okay, and when I see that price was consolidating, I want price to actually show me. I want price to actually break out of this consolidation. Okay, so I noticed that there is a consolidation around this zone. All right. So when I know that there is a consolidation around this zone, so I actually waited for this day. Okay, I actually waited for this day that okay, I'll see what how price is going to react on Tuesday, which is today. So opening my chart this morning, I see that price has already moved to the downside. All right, price has already moved to the downside in the morning. So the next thing I did is that okay, I see that price has already moved to the downside, right? And in the morning, I think price was around this area kind of. So when I see that price was around this area, I see that price make a 15 minutes break of structure to the downside. Okay, so when I see that price has make a break of structure, I also observe that there is another 15 minutes break of structure. Oh, sorry, 15 minutes supply zone. Okay, which is this zone around here. Okay, that I already mark out because based on my experience, I know that when price make this kind of move, it is another supply zone. So in the morning, I was expecting price to either retest this zone or this zone. All right, so since I have both 15 minutes supply zone, okay, so I see that I have a break of structure here. So now when it comes to so I waited for New York session and overlap session, right? So I waited for New York session and overlap session. So now it was New York session usually starts around 1 o'clock. Okay, so but before 1 o'clock, I observed something in the market. Okay, and it is liquidity. And that is when I begin to look at this trade, then I begin to understand about price. Okay, so when I see that before 1 o'clock p.m., I see that there is a liquidity sweep above this high. Okay, you can see that price actually move to the upside, reverse a little bit, now creating double top. Now what the price did, price simply sweep all the liquidity above here and price just came all the way down. In fact, when I see this movement, I was shocked. Like when I see that price has already moved aggressively to the downside, I was like, man, this is liquidity playing. Okay, this is liquidity in play. So when I say that okay, liquidity has done its job, okay, fine. So what do I have to do? When I see that there is a liquidity, right? So I simply say that okay, after liquidity play its role, there is another 5 minutes break of structure. All right, so this is when I started to say okay, wow, price is reacting the way I envision it to be. Okay, so now I actually waited, and if you look at the time above below here, this is 3:50, and that is around 12:1. Okay, that is around, I think 3:50. So let's just leave the time. Okay, but the most important thing is that price make a 5 minutes break of structure. So now what do I have to do? Right, 12:1 2. Okay, this was around, okay, let me just go back in time a little bit. Okay, Yeah, so around 2 o'clock, okay, around 2:30, price was around this zone. So when this liquidity happened, it was it was already, I don't know, it was already, is this time correct? I don't know. This is 3:50. No, this timing is not really correct. Okay, so if we have 12, guys, let's forget about that. But the most important thing is that there is a liquidity sweep, and after a liquidity happen, price came all the way down here, creating 5 minutes break of structure. Then price pull back to come and retest. Okay, I will not say retest, because what price actually simply did here is that price came all the way up. So when I see that price has already moved aggressively to the downside, what did I do? I take my Fibonacci tool, I mark out this zone like this. Okay, so I know that there is a two discount zone, this zone and this zone. Okay, so you can see that I actually played this game right. So I enter the trade around here. So when I enter the trade around there, I set my stop loss all the way above this liquidity zone. All right, so that is just the simple idea, like that is my trade idea. All right, and currently you can see that price has already started to move to the downside. So traders, let us see how this trade is going to play out. Like, this is my first trade in this week, and I can even rate myself that this is a very high probability setup, because I know for a fact that this trade is going to run to my TP. I know that. Okay, I know that is going to run to my TP. But regardless, let us just see how price is going to react. Right now it's been past more than 3 hours now. Okay, let me just check. So let us see. Okay, for the past more than 4 hours right now, you can see this is 4 hours 45 minutes. Okay, let me just check this trend to the upside. Okay, and this is another 2 hours 30 minutes. So it means that I have held this trade for about 7 hours. 4 hours, 2 hours, yeah, almost 6 hours to 7 hours. I have held this trade. Okay, so but in fact, price is very slow today. It is very, very slow today. Okay, it is very, very slow, and right now we are in the evening already. Okay, so but I just hope that price has not even reached, even if I want to take my first TP, price has not reached my target, the first target, because this is a 15 minutes demand zone, right? So this is a 15-minute demand zone. So even if I want to take my profits, I'll be expecting to take my profits around here. Okay, because I just knew that I have a liquidity sitting below here, and there is another liquidity sitting below here. Yeah, so that is what actually gave me the confirmation that okay, price can still move to the downside. All right, so this is a major, like this is a major key level that I expect price to come and retest. So but right now price has already moved a little bit to the upside. Okay, so but I'm just going to believe that this trade is still going to be valid, because I wouldn't have a choice to than to hold this trade up till tomorrow. All right, though I don't know, maybe there will be an holiday. I don't know if the market is going to open tomorrow, but either way, I'm just going to hope that price will still keep selling to the downside, because right now price has not really given me the confirmation that it's going to shift to the upside. Okay, so you can see that price is making series of lower highs, lower low, right? Lower highs, lower low. Yeah, so this is where price is at currently, but I'll just leave this trade to run till tomorrow. All right, so but I'll keep hoping for the best. Okay, so let us see how this trade is going to play out. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay. Gold is crashing right now, very crashing. It's crashing gradually. Really, you can see that I know how to actually trade. Really, this is just a proven, as in this is a proven method, a proven strategy that I have that confidence that I know how to trade. Yeah, I'm no more struggling with trading now. I now have that confidence. I have that, relentless. I have that resilience. I have that energy. I have, my psychology is in right state. Everything is in intact. You know, I've been owning this trade for about, let me check. This is my entry. I've been owning this trade for about 21 hours 30 minutes. What? Damn. 21 hours 30 minutes. Really. And I didn't even plan to hold this trade for till the next day, because yesterday, I just think that okay, price will actually dump to the downside very fast yesterday, but eventually when I see that price was even reversing, like really I was so my emotion was in play. Really, traders, you can see that this is a proven strategy that, I know that a lot of people struggle to trade the gold market, and I know that even if I'm not making $1,000 in gold market right now, that I'm still making below 100, 150. I know that someday I'm going to be rocking this gold because I have already put in the work, and is yielding the results. Really, you can see right now. So without much talk, okay, without much talk, you can see that I'm already rocking this gold trading strategy, and this is 12:30 right now, right? This is 12:30. So in about 30 minutes to 1 hour will be around New York session and the overlap session. What do you think is going to happen then? There's going to be a massive sell to the downside, because you can see that this is a free fall. In fact, it is a free fall that, there is no in fact, this is just the law of gravity working in play, because you can see that this is a complete free fall. It is a free fall that, we man, I'm so happy to actually place this trade. Really, this is a testament. In fact, even before we get into New York, this trade can eat my TP. Yeah, this trade can eat my TP. So I'm actually on. In fact, I think I should just show you the. Let me show you the current trade. All right, let me show you the current trade on my device, so you know that you can see this is about $89. $89 loading right now. This is a proven system. Gold is not hard to trade. It is not hard. It is not hard if you know what you are doing. In fact, this, I'm not even using any indicators. I'm only using a simplified strategy: supply and demand, market mechanics. Really, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So I'm going to wait to see this trade eat my TP, and this is going to be the after this trade. I'm not going to take any trade this week, except I see a high probability setup. Yeah, and this is a high probability setup. Really, I know that, there are some days, like not some days, I mean in the past years, that I started to learn how to trade. I can tell you, this is a how do I call it? Is it a goosebump? I don't want to call it a goosebump. I want to say, this is an idea that I want to pass to you. Okay, this is an idea that is going to work for you. Okay, and the idea is that back then when I was learning how to trade, I actually ensured that I put in the work. Yeah, that is it. I put in the work in so much that even when I go back from my day job, I will ensure that I sit down and watch tutorials on how to trade. And this is something that majority of traders doesn't do, because they just think that okay, they can just get onto the chart and do they will not have a solid data to actually place to actually trade. But you can see that this is, in fact, this trade doesn't even get into my stop loss zone at all. It didn't get into my stop loss zone at all. Okay, so this is just a simplest and proven gold trading strategy. Guys, I'm going to eat TP in about 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to eat this TP. Let us see how it's going to go. All right, I eat TP. What the fuck? I finally eat this TP, man. Man, I finally eat the TP. Wow, this is outstanding, and this, I think this is one of the longest trade that I have ever made in my entire life. Yeah, trading the live account. And if you look at this trade now, it took about how many hours? 23 hours 15 minutes. Wow, this is impressive, really. So you can imagine this is a proven step. I'll keep saying is that this is a proven strategy. You don't need to use any indicators. You don't need to, because you can trade the market for what it is. Yes, you can trade the market for what it is, because you can see that this is a proven strategy that you can use in the long term to make more profits in the market. All right, I'm so happy with this trade, really. So, and I made about, how much did I make? I think, although I didn't hold the trade up to this level right there. Yeah, I didn't hold, I think I took my TP around this zone. Yeah, I took my TP around this zone. So, and I made about $80. So check it, guys. I make about $80. You can see that that's $80 right there. So traders, I want to actually help you to also be profitable, really. So this is a proven strategy, guys. So trading doesn't have to be hard. You just need a right system. You need a right system to trade the market for what it is. All right, and this strategy is market mechanics. You trade the market for what it is instead of using bunch of indicators and all of that. Really, I'm so glad that I made this profit. So I believe that my video is going to actually inspire you as well, and it will give you a change of mindset to actually believe in trading, that you can also make this kind of money and even more than that. All right, because I know that this is just a testament to the money that I'll be making in this market. Yes. So traders, this is a proven strategy. I hope that this video is helpful. So take care of yourself.